Morning, HPC. There's a bit at the end of the Bible where Jesus is depicted as going into battle, a battle in which he is going to finally and fully overthrow all the forces of evil which are arrayed spectacularly against him. And the significant thing is he's wearing white. A preacher once said, if you turn up for a fight and the other guy is wearing white, he's not planning to lose. He's not planning even to bleed. Isaiah chapter 37 verse 6 tells us that one of the names of God is the Lord of hosts. Hosts being the Lord of armies. It's a way of describing his character, that he is in control of, a whole host of angels and angelic beings. It's a way of saying the Lord is a warrior. Now, that isn't a side of his character that we're particularly comfortable or familiar with, but it remains true. The Lord is a warrior who crushes his enemies. Andrew Wilson goes on to say that one of the ways in which you can tell how great a nation is by looking at the size of their armies. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics certainly thought that this was a good way to measure their greatness. And normally an incredibly secretive group of nations, they ensured that all of the Western allies were able to see exactly what was going on militarily by the use of their May Day Parade, their celebration of the greatness, the glory, the strength of the USSR. Basically involved tanks and troops and personnel carriers and rockets and aircraft flying over or driving through Red Square while the Premier waved and took the salute. The point was being that everyone else was supposed to say, look at the size of this army. This surely is a great nation. Look at the strength of it. The strength of God's army is stunningly illustrated. The strength of the Lord of hosts is astonishingly illustrated in Isaiah chapter 37. The Assyrians have surrounded Jerusalem. An army numbering 185, 200,000 men is encamped against Jerusalem, and they send their surrender terms to Hezekiah, the king of Judah. And they say to him, surrender, and then significantly they go on to say, do not let your God deceive you. Your God is no greater, no better, no stronger, no more able to save you than the gods of all the other nations that we have crushed and enslaved. Why do you think your God will do any better than they at protecting you? I love what Hezekiah, the king of Judah, does. He's panicking, he's wetting himself. So he takes the letter and he lays it on the altar in front of God and says, help, Lord, help. They are mocking you, the living God, the Lord of hosts. Please act, please do something about this. And so God acts. He sends one angel, and in one night, one angel destroys 185,000 Assyrians. That's quite staggering. Quite staggering. The people of God, they know nothing about it. They do nothing about it. They are cowering behind the walls of Jerusalem. One angel of God destroys 185,000. Imagine what a whole army, a whole host of angels could do. And the Assyrians discover, just like the Philistines before them, just like the Egyptians before them, what a bad idea it is to pick a fight with the living God, the Lord of hosts. I hope that today your trust is in someone as strong and as faithful as the Lord of hosts. Have a really good day, HPC.